Hey everybody, welcome back to That's BS with me, Brian Sprague. Let's get into it. If you haven't noticed already, which you should have, I got a fresh cut for you guys today, and I also trimmed up my beard, trimmed up my mustache. So needless to say, I'm feeling pretty good. On top of that, I'm taking a healthy leap this October. Some of you may know that before my wedding in 2019, I started doing keto to where I lost 60 pounds in about, or like 50, 60 pounds in about 3 months, which was pretty crazy. And then after the paperwork was signed, she was locked in. I went back to the buffet table and gained all that weight back. Quarantine hasn't been very nice to my wardrobe. I'm usually just rocking, as you can tell, like the same 7 shirts and or sweatshirt in these videos. So I figured, hey, better take my life by the horns and get my act together because I've let myself go during this quarantine. It's been pretty bad. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but I definitely did. But I've been doing keto for 2 days now, and my body, it's like, if you've ever done keto, you get the keto shits pretty quickly. Once your body goes into ketosis, it is not fun. But then once your body adjusts to the diet, then you're golden. But yeah, I've only been doing it for 2 days, and my body is just like, yep, I know what we're doing again. So I got those shits today, which was a blast. But on the exciting note, I've already lost 5 pounds. A lot of that could be water weight because now I'm drinking. I think what I read online is it says that you should drink like 16 cups of water a day or something like that. I've also heard you should drink like 2 gallons, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I'm trying to drink more than 16 cups of water per day. And I know I was repping the core water before, but shout outs to my boy JP because I got the beloved Gatorade bottle. So I just do this all day, and my wife knows I'm an athlete. I got it all over my face. I'm not a pro yet, but I'm definitely working on it. So in the spirit of committing to this weight loss journey again with the hopes of just building a stronger habit to where I don't put it back on, which is the goal, because my body is like perfectly suited for like 180, between 175 and 185 pounds, which is what I got down to roughly for our wedding. But I was 250 when I started my first keto journey. Now I'm 249, which is really embarrassing, which is crazy because for some reason my body holds weight very well, unless you see a profile of my body. My silhouette is not the best, but I'm putting this on here so I can hold myself accountable and I can get cyberbullied into being healthier. So yeah. That's going to be my first step. Obviously, with the keto, I'm trying to lose a bunch of weight. And then once I get down to a healthy weight, I'm going to maintain it. And the crazy thing is, the last time I did this, I didn't implement any exercise at all. I maybe did a week or 2 of gym regimens, but I absolutely hate cardio. But I'm one of those people, I don't know if you're like this, but I'm one of those people that I hate starting something. But then once I start it, I'm just like, on. And that's how I am with the gym. That's how I am with working in the yard. That's how I am with painting my house. Just a bunch of shit. I'm just super lazy at first. But then once I start doing it, which it often starts with my wife telling me, you said you were going to do this. You said you were going to lose weight. You said you were going to, which without her, I would probably not accomplish a lot. I think I've said it before. Without her, I wouldn't be where I am. I'd probably be still living in my mother's basement with no job. So thanks, babe. But anywho, I've been motivated to get myself into shape, and I'm going to actually start working out because, like I said, once I start going, I really enjoy it. It's just a matter of getting me to the gymnasium. But once I'm there, I'm locked in. So in spirit of the keto shits that I previously mentioned, I just farted and I think I may have shit myself. So I'm going to go check that out really quick and then I'll be back. So yeah, didn't shit myself. So that's exciting. And you may ask, how did you know? Because I courtesy wiped. So catch up. All right. But anywho, what that is referred to, this is what I'm experiencing, is the keto flu. I know I said keto shits, but that's kind of a symptom of said keto flu. But anyways, moving on, excited. I know I said I was going to cut down to one video per week for now, but I've been watching a lot of different creators on YouTube and whatnot to get some inspiration. I've also talked to a lot of friends. One of the things that I want to start doing more is being more myself. I was telling my wife that I feel like I'm holding back a little bit. And if you know me in real life, you know that I am 100% myself all the time. And so on here, I've been very conservative with who I am, which isn't a bad thing, but it's definitely not letting me shine through, which I think is something that is important, especially if this is going to be something that's going to be long-lasting, interesting, and keep people coming back and keep me intrigued in doing it. I don't think intrigued is the right word. I heard it on The Bachelor once, overused, so I'm never going to use that again. That's a lie, but I'll try. But it's definitely going to keep me more engaged if I just lean in. So in the spirit of leaning in, awkward, my wife sent me a text saying, we have to go here. We have to go here. And it was a link to a Titanic exhibit. I think it's in Tennessee. I don't know. I lost track of where she was going with this. After she told me to watch the informational video, she cried. And it was like the emoji, you know, like the one, like the give me sympathy, or the puppy dog eyes, I think is a better way of describing it. But anywho, I went to their YouTube and checked out the video she was talking about. And oh my God, I made so much fun of her for crying for this. At first I thought, you know, it's the Titanic. Maybe it was some really sad history, talking about the lives lost, this, that, the other. No. And by no means am I trying to shit on this exhibit. It's pretty cool. We're probably going to end up going because I'm a simp. But anyways, the thing that made me die laughing is because this video is literally people... It starts with like someone who has an old-timey voice. I mean, they're really leaning into it, so I appreciate that. But it's got someone with an old-timey voice going, now, we're the largest Titanic exhibit in blah, 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 blah. Come see these things. But the most exciting thing about our exhibit is our crew. And then it goes to like different crew members, and they're all like this. I shit you not. Then it's hilarious. I thought it's a great video. I mean, I definitely want to go now. But the thing that had me going is that my wife fucking cried watching that. That's embarrassing. But hey, I mean, I've done a lot more embarrassing things, but I just thought it was hilarious. She was like, I've always wanted to go here. So we're probably going. I know a couple videos ago I was going through my phone, that note section that I told you about, where I write down anything that I think is funny on the spot and then hopefully develop that into some sort of stand-up bit or just see kind of where it goes from there. And in preparation for this podcast, I was going back through that list, and one of the things I stumbled upon is something that I think about often that at times haunts my dreams, which is... and I think that everyone can relate to this, especially if they've seen the commercial. I think it's for dog dental treats, but essentially this dog gets his dental treat, or it might be Beggin' Strips, I don't know. But anyways, the dog is so stoked that he goes ear to ear, and it's human teeth, and it's fucking terrifying. And that image just is stuck in my head forever. I'm never going to lose what that dog looks like. And that's exactly how I feel people over the age of 65 look like when they get veneers. Don't get me wrong, I understand that you're trying to step up your oral hygiene or your look or appeal or whatever it is, but to the rest of us, you look fucking weird. And again, I'm not shitting on anybody with veneers. Good for you. Hats off. But that's all I can think about when you look at me. And when you talk to someone with veneers, you're just staring at their teeth. I don't know if the camera angle in which I'm looking is really selling that vibe, but that's what I was going for. If I just ruined any loved one's image to you moving forward, you're welcome, and think of me. Another one of the things that I wrote down that I think of quite often has to do with graffiti. A lot of it is great. I mean, when Kobe passed and when Nipsey Hussle passed, LA had some beautiful murals up on certain walls, and I assume parking lots and things like that. They were absolutely gorgeous. Lots of stuff is done like that for athletes or pop culture figures or things of that nature. But what's the deal with all the shitty graffiti that is everywhere? And the point I'm trying to make is, and this is what I jotted down, is, has anyone ever been caught for graffiti? Think about your favorite TV shows and movies. There's always some wisecrack kid shaking up a can and spray painting some graffiti underneath an overpass or an archway or something, and then someone always goes, "Hey kid," and chases after him. They drop the can, they get away. Never seen a conviction in a TV show, to my knowledge. And you never see on the news, which I don't watch because it all sucks, but you never see on the news, "Wisecrack kids brought to justice today after getting caught tagging up the local train yard." Now, obviously, there's more important things going on in the world right now, but I just think it's funny that with the copious amounts of graffiti, there's no answers. Or at least there's no answers to me. I don't know. The last thing I'm going to mention this week on the list of stand-up ideas, whatever you want to call it, my list of hilarities, is one of my absolute favorite joke ideas. And I'm a little scared to share it on here because I think it's that good. But I'm going to do it. This is video. This is time-stamped. This is on the interwebs. I'm claiming this as my idea. So if anybody wants to try to steal this joke in the future, I will find you. But I think this is absolute gold. When I was in the process of looking for a new job before I got the one that I have now, I was thinking like, what would a great dream job be? And then it hit me. HR at Pornhub, or Bang Bros, or Brazzers, or any of the other porn affiliates that I've never even heard of. But I was doing research for this joke, and that's how I know those names. But can you imagine how hilarious that job is? Obviously, there's probably some serious things that are involved in that, which are really sketchy, but let's steer clear from that for just the hilarity of this idea. Could you imagine some of the shit you hear in that job? Again, we're dodging all the really sad things that go on in the porn industry. But can you imagine? Now, just to get my point across, I'm going to give you a second so you can let your imagination run wild. Just so you don't feel bad, here are just 3 things that I thought of. 1, glory holes in all the bathrooms. 2, bring your daughter to work day. 3, resume building. If you thought of any of those or you had any other hilarious ideas, comment those below. Well, I think that's a great way to come to a conclusion of our week's chat. Just to wrap things up, sadly, we did not make the goal this week for subscribers. No new subscribers, which is a first, which hurt me right in the feels, right here. But it's okay. I mean, I think that this one is really authentic to my personality, my mannerisms, just me kind of getting into a vibe. So hopefully that changes. I guess I'll go with the same goal before next Wednesday's video, which would be 5 subscribers, which bumps us up to 50, which would be really cool. I know I have my lofty year goals, which may need to be adjusted, but I think they're achievable. So hopefully I can get there. I know at the beginning of this video I talked about doing some research or just looking into other content creators here on YouTube just to kind of see what they're doing. And I know it's very popular in the comedy or stand-up sphere to kind of emulate not necessarily your role models or mentors, but just people that you like what they're doing or you can align with. And I think that that's something that's very apparent in this YouTube world. So I'd definitely love to do some stuff like that, have really fun games or challenges or do things like that with my group of friends. But it's really hard right now, obviously, with COVID and everything going on and everyone trying to stay as safe as possible, which I definitely endorse. So that's something definitely coming down the pipeline. I already have a lot of really good ideas for that. I know I've already mentioned in the past having a dialogue, just a natural conversation with some of my friends. I think it would be a great addition to the podcast, as well as some additional perspectives. Obviously, we would get more into the weeds of things and have longer conversations. So the podcast would be longer. So hopefully it would be something interesting to listen to, but we'll see. And any feedback, I absolutely love it. Good, bad, and different. Send it my way. And then just also something that's really important to me that I know a lot of people do is give back to their community or just give to their subscriber base or things like that. That's something I've talked about with Mercedes a lot, and she's told me, maybe set a goal of getting to a certain subscriber account or something like that before you do it. And obviously, as this opportunity grows, those opportunities to give back are going to grow. Like I said, I would love to give back to the community I was raised in, the schools I went through, my friends, my family, and my subscribers. I was thinking kind of as an initial thing, doing like a a monthly gift card giveaway. It wouldn't be a huge amount, but like $25, $20 or something like that to Amazon, because everybody shops at Amazon, especially right now. Doing a gift card giveaway like that or something. I have to figure out how that works, because I want it to be very fair, because I know that there's some way that I'll mess it up doing a random generator. So I got to look into that. But I was thinking at like maybe 250 to 500 subscribers, start doing a monthly giveaway and seeing where that goes. But ultimately, I want it to be something bigger than myself in terms of giving back to my community, because that's something that I'm proud of that my grandfather taught me, is making sure you give back to others less fortunate than us. So I'm going to wrap it up right here. Thanks for tuning in this week. I'll make sure to update you guys next week on this keto progress and let you know what the weigh-in is, what I'm eating, and also how it's going. Hopefully I don't have the keto flu much longer. It's usually the first 2 weeks. But anyways, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. It's a great way to support me. I appreciate all the love. Have a wonderful remainder to your week. Have a safe weekend, and I will talk to you guys next Wednesday. Peace.